September 2nd, 2023, at 2:46 a.m., my new friend Cynthia put me in a group chat and texted, "Hi Queens, Kristina, did you sign up?" And attached was a screenshot of APSA SDSU's Instagram flyer for their annual beach bonfire. A free ride to the beach and other Asians? Yes, sign me up. Just kidding. But also, not just kidding, because in the grand scheme of things, this is exactly what I have been searching for in college. According to the 2023 census, my tiny beloved hometown of Milpitas, California, is home to a whopping 71.5% of Asians. I was proud of my identity, and I loved being able to share my culture with those around me as they shared theirs with me. Now, as an incoming freshman at SDSU, that orientation over the summer was, quite frankly, the first time I felt alienated and afraid of my identity. As much as I wanted to embrace this new environment and expand my bubble, I still wanted a place to celebrate my heritage and to find a community that would accept me and everything that encompassed my identity. I guess I was walking on the wrong parts of campus because I never got table 2, and I had no idea how people were finding out about all these different clubs. So this welcome event from APSA was the perfect opportunity for me to discover all the different clubs that SDSU had to offer. From then on, my adventure with APSA became quite similar to those of you here today. It became a place to be myself and an integral part of my college experience. Where else would I be on Tuesdays from 2 to 3 p.m. except Park Boulevard? Now transitioning to my time as a branch member, I have loved my time on board, maybe even more than being a GBMer. This year, I had the great privilege of being led by a president who took great care in creating a safe space for people to share their feelings, frustrations, ideas, and overall making vulnerability a not-so-scary thing. I was lucky to be surrounded by a group of leaders who were open and willing to connect with each other beyond a coworker level and truly care about each other's well-being and opinions. This environment has inspired me to continue nurturing this love and support on board and maintain it for APSA's future years to come. That brings me to my first overarching goal, sustainability. Despite my positive experiences, I know there are still ways in which we can move forward in this direction. By conducting my own one-on-ones, as well as mobilizing the support of my vice presidents, I want to ensure that the branch members have adequate support in their innovations. I will take the time to patiently and thoroughly work with individuals and help them create a step-by-step plan to certify their ideas are concrete and achievable and actually come to life instead of remaining stuck on the back burner. I will make it a prime goal for myself to check in with my board members and ensure that their emotional well-being is intact, because creativity and passion has no room to flourish for someone that is overworked or mentally struggling. I will be transparent with my own emotions in these discussions to emphasize that it is okay to be vulnerable and reach out for help, share one's feelings, and ask for a break, as it does nothing but harm the organization as a whole if our board members are not being properly taken care of. With that being said, being on board this year has allowed me to learn that APSA can survive without some of our usual events. I want to push that notion even further and adjust the yearly calendar to be highly intentional. I want our members to be able to attend events that pique their interest and give them something to take away, whether it's a new connection, a piece of advice, or simply a nice break from their school life. I want them to attend one event and look forward to the next. I want my future board members to be able to create events that they truly want to invest their time in, are proud of and excited to host, and leave that event feeling like their hard work was worth it. By prioritizing the well-being of my board members and producing high-quality events, I hope to sustain APSA's success and allow us to continue amplifying our mission statement. My next big goal is finding balance between tradition and innovation. My class of incoming APSA members has proven to be an interesting year because we've experienced last academic year's deep-rooted APSA traditions and this year's whole new rebranded look. It was a 180 turn from silliness and being more socially inclined to a cleaner, more professional environment. There are some traditions that simply don't get passed down on paper, or they're lost in the hundreds of documents in our Google Drive. In my speech last year, I referenced my first GBM and how the whole room would yell faster as the social medias were read out loud. Though I do think switching to a QR code of our link tree is ultimately more effective, it's little APSA quirks like that I do not want to get lost completely. From what I've learned this year, our organization acts as a professional business because it keeps our well-oiled machine running and leaves little room for error. It's what keeps us standing. But I believe there are areas that we can return to that do have room for fun and lightheartedness. With the consideration of the rest of my board, I would like to restructure the way we present some GBMs and events to be a space where our members can simply be young adults in college. Not a student in a classroom, not an employee at a 9-to-5 job, but a person who wants to enjoy their time in college to the fullest and gain new experiences with their friends, explore new parts of San Diego, feel excited to come to our unique GBM themes, and try out a new hobby at one of our AUXes. Now, like I said, it's all about balance. Alongside our fun traditions, I do believe there are ways in which APSA could progress with the changing social and academic climate. Even in my year as a GBMer, I noticed that there was a shifting interest in exploring opportunities outside of APSA within general body members and board members alike. With the current competitive job market and pressure to join academic or career-oriented clubs, it can be hard to find the time or the need to join a cultural organization. Because of this, I want to expand on our academic pillar as a new way to attract members to our club and cater to the relevant needs of our community. Some ways that I had in mind to achieve this are by supporting the internal branch in reaching out to alumni well into their careers, assisting with the external branch in incorporating our LinkedIn and providing more academic and career opportunities, etc. I'm choosing to embrace this change, not to disregard our traditions and other pillars, but to serve a new purpose. At the end of the day, this organization is dedicated to our members. We as board members put on events, make sacrifices, and innovate for our members. If there are no members and a decreasing interest, what do we do it for? The sake of tradition? That mindset only hinders our success and burns out our board members when massive amounts of effort are exerted for little reward. Change is inevitable, but we can choose to grow with it rather than fear it. As president, I would like to explore more radical approaches and really find new ways to repurpose our traditions. They were created at some point for a reason, and that reason can still hold value, but in the form of something new. Now, before I end off, I would like to acknowledge the reason that has brought me to this point, standing before you all, running for this position. During my time in high school, I served as an event coordinator for the Asian American Association, as well as secretary and eventually president for the Vietnamese Student Association. In college, I have had the honor of being this year's membership secretary for the Asian Pacific Student Alliance. But for the first time in my life, in applying for a leadership position, I did not question whether or not I was capable of fulfilling this role. I am confident in my abilities to go beyond myself and strive for excellence for our entire AAPI community. I am prepared to lead with empathy, integrity, optimism, wisdom, passion, transparency, courage, perseverance, and accountability. Though there may be hardships, mistakes, and unforeseen circumstances along the way, I'm open to embracing and learning from them, and I'm so excited to do it alongside the bright leaders who sit before me, who have taken the courage to step up, have relentlessly shown how hardworking and dedicated they are, and are buzzing like honeybees with new ideas. I'm eager to work with these creative minds and hear ideas that I could never think of on my own, and see the beauty in making things change. I'm empowered by these beaming individuals, and I hope to take great care of you and all that you want to offer to the organization that has brought us all here today. My name is Kristina Lam, and my pronouns are she, her. I'm a Vietnamese Chinese American pursuing a degree in criminal justice and minoring in art. And I am ranked to be your president for the 2025 to 2026 academic year. Thank you.